Mama's Kitchen. Today we are making Labneh or the Greek yogurt from scratch. Today my son Ari is joining me.
Hi guys.
So he's gonna give us the steps of doing the Greek yogurt.
And it's gonna be such a quick and easy recipe. I usually do about 3 gallons at a time. However, for this recipe, you're only gonna need a gallon, and if you wanna even cut that down a little bit, you can. And because I have a little bit of the Greek yogurt from the previous batch, I grabbed a little bit, I set a little bit aside for this recipe. You will need some. About a gallon of milk will require about a half a cup or just a pretty large handful of yogurt. Now what you're gonna wanna do is if you don't wanna clean your pot after doing this yogurt, you're gonna find out why if you don't use it. You wanna grease the bottom of your pan quite a bit. So you wanna grab a little bit of, say, butter or maybe some oil, grease around the pan, and then you're gonna pour just a tiny bit of water in it. If you wanna skip this step, feel free. The only issue is you'll probably be cleaning the pot after you're done for quite a while. So save yourself a little bit of hassle. Now, 1 gallon of milk goes in the pot after you've greased it and put a little bit of water in. You're gonna wanna boil this pot to about 180 degrees. Once you've got it at 180, make sure that it's not going past 180. And trust me when I tell you, it gets up there very, very quickly. So leave your heat on about medium. After you've poured in your gallon, after you got it to about 180, you wanna try and hold it there for about 10 minutes. The longer you hold it, the thicker and the nicer the consistency will come out. When you get it held there for 10 minutes, shut off your heat. And we're gonna keep a very close eye on it because just how quickly it came up to 180, it's gonna go very quickly back down. And what we wanna do is we wanna get it just around 120 or 130. And again, if you don't have a thermometer, it's perfect because if you can put in your finger and it's just uncomfortable enough where you wanna take it out, but you can't take it out, you're at about 125 degrees, which is just about when.
It means if you can take the heat, like smudge your finger in it, if you can take the heat, that means this is the right temperature.
Yep, that means it's just the perfect temperature to take a little bit of that milk and take that half a cup of yogurt that you set aside and pour them into a little bowl where you can stir it and pop it back into the 125 degree milk because that's what's going to activate the milk to turn into yogurt. Now you've got a little bit of time to do the following. After you put in the milk mixed in with the old yogurt back into the pot, what you're going to want to do is you want to get this pot somewhere warm very, very fast. You're going to want to cover it with a little bit of foil and then take a very warm blanket. And mind you, you want to get something pretty cheap because it could probably smell a little bit like yogurt for way after you're done. You want to wrap this baby up and put it somewhere warm, and if you have room in your oven or if your pot's small enough, stuff it in the oven with a blanket over it. Make sure that that blanket is not something that'll catch fire. After you wrap it with a blanket, you're going to set it aside, and you're going to set it aside not for 6 hours, not for 8 hours. I want you to set it aside for 12 whole hours. Set it aside overnight. The difference between a decent yogurt and a nice Greek yogurt, or even better, Labni, is how long you strain that yogurt. And believe it or not, Greek yogurt, or the bacteria that Greek yogurt is made from, is going to be the type of yogurt that you want to be using for this recipe. After you've wrapped it and you've set it aside overnight, you're going to say good morning, or you're going to say Pari Luis to this yogurt. You're going to open it up and you're going to notice that it became a lot thicker and a lot more runny. It's going to be a slushy mess before we're done with it. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to try and pour off some of this excess away, and then if you got a cheesecloth, what you're going to do is you're going to strain this yogurt. The longer you strain, the thicker it gets. But typically for a Greek yogurt, you only strain it for about 6 hours. But if you want a nice thick Labni, you're going to want to strain it for another 12. And after you've strained it for about 12 hours, it should come out nice and thick like this. Again, if it's too thick for your taste, collect the whey that's strained off and just mix it back in. Nothing can be too thick because you can always mix in the whey that leaked out. So there you have it, guys, a very quick, simple, easy Greek yogurt / Labni recipe.
If you enjoy watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe and share. Until
next time. You might have me on it. She's saying she might have me on next time.
I love to have you. Always with my.
Subscribe to her channel, will you?
See you, bye.